Hello my book friends and welcome to my October reading vlog where I will hopefully do a lot of baking and I will be reading dark academia, thriller books, spooky books and hopefully some cozy books as well. Yeah, I have some stuff behind me and I will explain that later. But first, let's talk about books because we love books. I don't know. Anyways, yesterday I just finished Yellowface by Rebecca F Kuang, and this was my first Rebecca F Kuang book, and what a ride, what a ride. What genre is this? I don't know. This was such a weird and uncomfortable read. You follow this main character, and she's not a successful author, but her friend, Athena Liu, is a very successful author. And they have this somewhat of a friendship. And Athena Liu's parents are Chinese immigrants, and she writes a lot of books with that topic in it and a lot of other serious topics. And then one day, Athena Liu and this main character are going out for drinks. And then they go back to Athena Liu's place and they have fun. And then they have this pancake eating contest and Athena Liu gets suffocated in pancakes. Don't do that, by the way. Anyways, this main character calls the ambulance, and when the ambulance takes Athena away, she steals her unpublished work. And Athena Liu has always been really private with her work. She doesn't share it with anyone. So the main character is like, okay, I'm going to publish her work. I'm going to finish it and then I'm going to publish it in my name. And the entire time, some people are always really suspicious of the main character because this book is about Chinese immigrants. And everyone is like, well, why would the main character write about that? And they know about her friendship with Athena Liu. And they all like, did she steal her project? And it was so uncomfortable. But I will say the entire time I was like, please don't get caught. Please don't get caught. I don't know, that was such a weird feeling. And there are so many layers to this book because then the right wing in the US are coming in to defend this white woman, and then they're all buying a book about Chinese immigrants and a critique of Chinese immigrants' conditions, and the white wing are supporting a book like that. Yeah, the layers in this book was just wild. And I do appreciate that, though. I really think that was clever, really clever. But it was just such a uncomfortable read. So I don't know how to rate this book. I am not the best with reading about a bad character. Like, she's not the worst, but she's definitely not the best. But I will say I had this feeling of like, God, she must be so lonely. It's funny that it's never mentioned that she is so alone. But then there's this afterword from the author where she says that this book is a horror book about loneliness. And I was like, that's right. Such a weird book. I have not read anything like it. And yeah, I don't know how to rate it. I really do not. But definitely special and worth a read. Yeah. If you have read it, please leave a comment because this book deserves a discussion. Like, it was weird. Anyways, right now I am listening to Charlotte McConaghy's Once There Were Wolf. And this book is about this team of biologists that are trying to set out wolf in Scotland to live free there and to help the Scottish nature because of the climate changes. Wolf living in the wild can actually help with that, or at least that's what the book says. It can help with some plants that are almost going extinct to come back and help with beavers coming back. And yeah, it can help on a lot of things. And I was like, oh, I thought wolf would just, kill everything. And that's why the local people in Scotland are really against this project because there's a lot of sheep farmers in this area and they are really scared that the wolves are going to eat the sheep. But overall, they're just dickheads. Some men that are, liking to beat up women and other stuff. And yeah, they're not nice men, these locals that this team of biologists are fighting with. I think it's going to be a great book. It's definitely great for fall. It takes place during the winter time, but you know, it's crispy right now. So I think this book is going to be great. Also a little bit rough though. This book is also really perfect for fall. You know, it reminded me a lot of Dark Academia because you do follow a bad character's perspective. But I don't know if this is a thriller or what it is actually. Oh, yeah, but anyways, a good book for fall, definitely. And let's talk about the baking stuff. So I have a lot of pumpkin here, and this is for pumpkin pancakes. It's heavy. I think it's like 3 kilos, so there's going to be a lot of pumpkin pancakes. We did that last year as well, and it was so nice to have that for breakfast. They taste so good. I haven't had it before, but okay, they were really good. So a big portion for the freezer. And then I started a sourdough yesterday, and I have to feed it for at least 5 days and up until 10 days. I am no sourdough expert. I am no baking expert, but hopefully it will turn out fine. I also made one last year, and I think I had it for 3 or 4 months, and then I forgot to feed it. There's a lot of work going with a sourdough, and I am a medical mom, so, you know, sometimes my brain is not working. Anyways, it is my daughter's birthday in October, and I will be baking some nice Halloween cakes for her. Halloween is not such a big thing in Denmark, but it is getting bigger and bigger. And yeah, I do like to do this whole spooky season thing with the kids are getting dressed up, cakes and good books and baking. It's nice to do something nice at such a depressing fall time. It's really dark in Denmark, and now is the time where it's getting darker and darker. Anyways, my daughter does have a G-tube, so she cannot eat herself, and it is due to her having cerebral palsy. But I will go with her to her daycare so we can give some cakes to the other kids. I think she will love to give them the cakes. She's at daycare probably 2 days per week, 2 half days, and she's there right now, so I have some time to do other stuff than just watching out for her. And yeah, I'm just so grateful that I can celebrate her birthday. She's turning 3, and it's just not always a given in this world that your child is growing up. It got serious real quick right there. Anyways, it's not easy, but she's fine. She's not in any danger. That's not what I meant. It's just that she has a high risk of epilepsy, and that can be a really dangerous disease. But she hasn't gotten it yet, and hopefully she won't. Every birthday is just, it's hard. There's many thoughts in my head. I don't know. I'm a little bit upset, but I'm also excited to celebrate her birthday with her, definitely. So hopefully she'll have a great day, and I think she will be able to understand it this year. I think that is so exciting, really. It really is. I just want to spoil her. So that's what we're going to do, even though she cannot eat the cakes herself. I will be making them later. That was a really long talk. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's get started with the pumpkin pancakes. Yes. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to do that tonight because I only have 5 eggs and I have 3 kilos of pumpkin. That is not enough. Yes, my brain is not always working. That's how it is. I will be doing that tonight. Okay. I will see you then. So I am back, and I think it's been a week. So let's just see the sourdough. I have been feeding it for like a week. There are bubbles in it now, and I think it has the right smell. So I want to try to make something of it now. Yeah, so I think I have been feeding it for like 7 days, so 7 times. And then I have to mix it up with some flour now and salt, fold it every half hour, at least 4 times, and then put it in the fridge. And then I can make some buns tomorrow. And I will show you them tomorrow. Anyways, that's my baking update. And yeah, let's talk about the books because I finished Once We Were Wolf. This book is so much more about violent men. I don't want to spoil much more of the plot than what I already said, but I just want to say that the overall theme is really about violent men and how to get out of abusive relationship and how that is traumatizing you forever or for a really, really long time. So yeah, that was really interesting. It was really nerve-wracking at times, and I could have put it down. So I think I'm going to give this thriller a 4-star. It was not what I was expecting. At first I was like, oh, is this going to be a little bit boring? But it just got more and more interesting, you know? So yeah, definitely going to be a 5-star. I did not expect that. Yeah, there's a lot of violence in this book though. Just a little disclaimer. Anyways, I moved on to In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife. I think this is a psychological thriller, and it has somewhat dark academia vibes to it as well. And I am midway through the book right now, and it is so exciting as well. You follow this group, East House 7, I think that's what they call themselves. You go a little bit back and forth in time, but the girl who is the main character, Jess, she really just wants to make a name for herself. You know, she wants to be popular. Like, that is such a deep need inside of her to be liked. And she finds a group, and they're all really popular, but there are a lot of drama there. And like I said, you go back and forth in time, and there's this reunion 10 years later, and then you follow them throughout this college experience. They all go to the same college. There's a lot about sororities and frat houses and, you know, just a lot of drama. One of the girls at the senior year gets murdered violently. I think at this reunion, it's all gonna come crumbling down to who did it. And the main character, she is also really sass, you know, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna spoil it when I find out. But yeah, that's where I'm at. But this book is so exciting. I did not expect it to be this good. Like, I really like it, even though the main character isn't the best. Somebody else is describing her as a sociopath, and she's like, yeah, that's probably me. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's a weird book, but I want to know what's going to happen, definitely. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So let's go back to the sourdough thing, because I'm gonna make the dough now, and yeah, let's see if it's going to taste good. I think it has the right smell, but I'm no expert in this. So we start with the sourdough, and I have to mix it up with some water and flour. I believe the first time I'm mixing it up, it should just almost be combined. So, oops, sorry. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think this is what almost combined looks like. So I'm just gonna give it half an hour, and then I have to do the folding process. So it is the next day, and let's just have a look. There she is. Okay, I hope that this will be great. So I just have to, I guess you call it, form the buns now, and put it in the oven. No. I even gave it less than the recipe said, but I forgot to check them. So that's my bad. Okay, this is not a great start for this baking reading vlog. Oh my god. I don't know. It looks really burnt, right? Okay. Well, like I said, I'm no expert. Okay. I don't know, maybe I can solve it? Okay, I don't think so. Damn it. Okay. Let me try again another time. Maybe I can eat them. I put like a wet towel on top of them for a few minutes. So yeah, they look nice on the inside. But yeah, next time around they will be better. I am back in my kitchen again, and I think this angle is a little bit better than standing like that. Yeah, I finished what's it called? In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead, right? I have to learn to keep this mic steady. Anyways, I really enjoyed that book. I thought it was going to be like mediocre or something. I was blown away. I needed to know what was happening, and oh my god, the ending was so dramatic, I guess. Was it the ending that I was hoping for? Absolutely not. But I really do not want to spoil anything other than it is a little bit crazy. I really did like it. So I was like, is this going to be a 4-star or a 5-star? I don't know. But the story was just really exciting. I needed to know who did it. And it wasn't obvious. I was going a little bit back and forth. There were so many suspects in this book. Go read it if you're into dark academia. I think this book could definitely be for you. Yeah, maybe a 4.5 stars. I was surprised how much I liked it. Anyways, I also just finished Crusted, no, Snow, Crusted, Moon. Moon on the Crusted Snow, right? Anyways, it's an audiobook and I'm recording with my phone, so I cannot exactly go check. This is a psychological thriller, I guess. You follow this in the book. They call it the Riz. I'm saying the wrong word when I'm fully pronouncing it. Not a reservoir. That's like a water thing, right? What's it called? Reserve? No, a place for native Canadians, I guess you would say. It's a small community, and then one day the power goes down. And they are like, okay, this happened before. We are in the middle of nowhere, and it will probably come back in a few days. It just doesn't, and they have no way to get in contact with the outside world. The Wi-Fi is down, the phone signal is down. They cannot use their satellite phones either. And I don't know, I think after a week, 2 young boys from the community, they have been living in a bigger city. They come back and they're like, it happened everywhere. It's mayhem in the big cities. So, they know that it's a chaos out there and they're just trying to survive in the small community. And then some outsiders are also joining them. Then stuff is happening. It's a slow burn psychological thriller, dystopian thriller. I really like the premise of this book. I think that sounded like a book that I would love, but I did not. It wasn't interesting at all. I was a little bit bored, actually. And I also found it a little bit disgusting, but I don't want to spoil what it is. And this is written by a man with a name I cannot pronounce, but I'm pretty sure the book is called Moon of the Crusted Snow. I got it now. Every time this author is describing a female character, he is describing every feature in her face, her hair, how thick or skinny she is, like with every female character. And I'm just losing respect for the author. I'm sorry. No, please evolve a little bit. Thank you. He did not do that with any of the male characters. He described their personalities, their traits. And with women, it was only their appearances. I hate that so much. Yeah, so I was just a little bit annoyed with this book. No, that's a thumbs down for me. I just finished that today. And right now I will be doing some baking because it is my daughter's birthday tomorrow. And I decided on making a cake with some candy on top. I think that's going to be an easy cake. And then also some muffins. And then I'm going to make some, what's it called? Bats on top with some Oreo crackers. Not crackers, Oreo. Anyways, you know what I mean. That's the plan. And I will take you along with me. So this is going to be my final update. We celebrated my daughter's birthday and it was a really, really good day. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And I finished, again, what's it called? Moon of the Crusted Snow? No. Yeah. Anyways, and I also finished Nothing Like the Movies. And midway through, I realized I started book number 2 in that series. The first one is called Better Than the Movies. And that was what I was originally intended to read. But apparently I clicked on the wrong audiobook. But that was okay. I definitely think the 3 first quarters of that book was really, really good. I like the yearning and the chemistry. The last part was a bit too much, a bit too cliche, a bit, yeah, just too much, and a bit dragged out as well. The pacing was, yeah. So overall, maybe like a small 4-star. I don't know if I should read Better Than the Movies because now it's really spoiled for me. But reading Nothing Like the Movies worked fine without reading the first one. But I could definitely tell that there must be another story because why wouldn't we hear about that part of their romance, you know? And I don't know if I should say much about this plot because would I spoil the first book? Anyways, it is a romance book. It's kind of cute, not too spicy or anything. I think there was a little bit of spice. But yeah, more on the cutesy side. And there's a lot of references to movies. I think I can say that. And the first book is about this couple in high school, and the second book is them in college. It is also a younger romance story as well. I can definitely say that the first book is about fake dating and then, you know, they fall in love. And then I don't want to spoil book 2. But you can read it without reading the first book if that's what you want to do. Have you read the first book and would you recommend it? Let me know. So yeah, I read 5 books in this reading vlog and I think it was a pretty good reading vlog. Again, Moon of the Crust. No, Moon of the Crusted Snow. That sounds wrong. Anyways, that was not that good, but the rest of the books were, I had a good time. So that's quite nice. I think I read some different genres, and the dark academia ones, they were whew. And I think that's why I needed a easy romance, because yeah, it was just a raw ride with the other ones. So yeah, that's my final update. And I baked this morning, and I will just show you the buns. They turned out great this time. I didn't leave them in the oven for too long. So yeah, I will see you in another reading vlog. Take care.